So today's topic, how to calculate empirical formula and molecular formulas. Okay, see, calculations of empirical formula and molecular formula. Okay, how to calculate empirical formulas and molecular formulas. Okay, here first one. What about molecular formula? See, that is nothing but shortcut I have taken MF. It is nothing but molecular formula. So here it is defined as which represents the exact number of atoms of each element present in one molecule of substance is called molecular formula. Molecular formula represent the exact number of different atoms of elements present in a one molecule of substance is called molecular formula. Simply, the exact number of atoms. It represents exact number of atoms. That is called molecular formula. For example, glucose. So I have taken here glucose. So glucose, its molecular formula, that is C6H12O6. Glucose contains 6 carbon atoms, 12 hydrogen atoms, and 6 oxygen atoms. Glucose contains 6 carbon atoms, 12 hydrogen atoms, 6 oxygen atoms. It is the exact number of atoms of elements in a given molecule. As it is, glucose contain, we can say exactly always 6 carbons, 12 hydrogens, 6 oxygens. This exact number of atoms of elements in a one molecule of substance, this representation is called molecular formula. It is called molecular formula. Now, if I have taken benzene, say this, given molecule is a benzene. So its molecular formula, that is C6H6. Benzene contains exactly 6 carbon atoms and 6 hydrogen atoms. So it is called molecular formula of benzene. Molecular formula of benzene. Now, what about molecular formula? It represents the exact number of atoms of elements in a one molecule of substance is called molecular formula. Now, not only that, so if we can take acetic acid, see, I have taken acetic acid. Its molecular formula, that is CH3COOH. Okay, it is nothing but C2H4O2. See this? Acetic acid contains exactly 2 carbon atoms, 4 hydrogen atoms, 2 oxygen atoms. C2H4O2. It is called molecular formula of acetic acid. Okay, now what about empirical formula? Say this. Empirical formula represents the simplest ratio of the atoms of the simplest ratio of the atoms of different elements in one molecule of substance is called empirical formula. Empirical formula represents simplest ratio of the atoms of different elements in one molecule of substance is called empirical formula. So finally, empirical formula represents simplest ratio. Molecular formula represents the exact number. For example, if I have taken here also glucose, empirical formula is, its empirical formula is, what about that glucose? Its molecular formula C6H12O6. It is the exact number of different elements in a one molecule of substance. That is called molecular formula. Now, empirical formula represents simplest ratio of atoms of different elements in a one molecule of substance. That is called empirical formula. With respect to glucose, what is the ratio of carbon and hydrogen and oxygen? 1:2:1. So it is nothing but C1H2O1. Otherwise, it is represent CH2O. See this. This is the empirical formula of glucose. Otherwise, one more example. If I have taken benzene, its empirical formula, benzene empirical formula, that is here how many carbon? 6. How many hydrogen? 6. The exact number of atoms represent molecular formula. But empirical formula, simplest ratio of atoms of different elements in a one molecule of substance is called empirical formula. So here, what is the simplest ratio in benzene? 1:1. So with respect to carbon and hydrogen, simplest ratio, what about that? 1:1. So here carbons are 1, hydrogens are 1. So C1H1. That is nothing but CH. It is the empirical formula of benzene. Otherwise, say acetic acid. So what about empirical formula of acetic acid? That is empirical formula of acetic acid. That is acetic acid molecular formula. It contains exactly 2 carbons, 4 hydrogens, 2 oxygens. Say what about its ratio, simplest ratio, 1 is to 2 is to 1. So here the simplest ratio, that is, what about that? 1 is to 2 is to 1. That is nothing but CH2O. It is the empirical formula of acetic acid. What about that? CH2O. It says the simplest ratio of atoms of different elements in a one molecule of substance is called empirical formula. Now, here say one note. Molecular formula and empirical formula will be same for the sum of the compounds. Molecular formula and empirical formula will be same for sum of the compounds. Sum of the compounds. So here we are observed some of the compounds having molecular formula and empirical formula will be same. Now, for example, say, so here I have taken if methane. Methane. Okay, if you are observed methane molecular formula is, what about methane molecular formula here? CH4. Say this, CH4. It is the methane molecular formula. It is the alkane. We know about that. CH4, methane molecular formula. It contains 1 carbon, 4 hydrogen. The exact number of carbons are 1, hydrogens are 4, CH4. That is the molecular formula of methane. So, same methane, if we can take empirical formula, see here, empirical formula. Now, what about here its empirical formula? What is the simplest ratio of carbon and hydrogens? Simplest ratio. Here, carbon, hydrogens. What is the ratio? 1 is to 4. Okay, here it is nothing but 1 carbon, here 4 hydrogens. So here, what is the simplest ratio? 1 is to 4. 1 is to 4 means there is nothing but CH4 only. So that is nothing but CH4. See this, molecular formula and empirical formula will be same for some of the compounds. For example, methane. Methane molecular formula CH4 as well as empirical formula also CH4, because there the simplest ratio also 1 is to 4 only. So we get same formula, CH4 and CH4. Okay, not only that, if you can take sulfuric acid. Say this. Sulfuric acid. Okay. With respect to sulfuric acid, what about its molecular formula? What we can say that molecular formula? H2SO4. Say this. H2SO4. Okay, the exact number of atoms. Sulfuric acid having 2 hydrogen atoms, 1 sulfur along with 4 oxygens. The exact number of atoms represent molecular formula. If we can take its empirical formula, what is the simplest ratio there? Okay, what is the simplest ratio? There is no difference. So same 2:1:4 only. We cannot take the ratio. So empirical formula also same H2SO4 only. So here sulfuric acid, molecular formula and empirical formula will be same. So finally what we can say, molecular formula and empirical formula will be same for some of the compounds like methane and sulfuric acid and so on. Okay, now say if we know the empirical formula, if we know the empirical formula of the compound, we find out what about molecular formula. Here, the relation between empirical formula and molecular formula is the relation between empirical formula and molecular formula is, see this, molecular formula equal to empirical formula into N. So here where N equals to molecular weight by empirical formula weight. Molecular weight upon empirical formula weight. Molecular weight by empirical formula weight. If we find out this N value, based on that, we can say what about that molecular formula. See, if we know the empirical formula, based on that, we calculate the molecular formula. What is the relation between empirical and molecular formulas? Molecular formula equal to empirical formula into N, where N equals to molecular weight. Compulsory they will give molecular weight. So if you know the empirical formula, so we find out that empirical weight. So N equals to molecular weight by what they are given, that molecular weight by, we find out here empirical formula weight. So if we can calculate N value, based on that we can say what about that molecular formula. Sometimes instead of molecular weight, they give vapor density. Say if the vapor density of the substance is given, if the vapor density of the substance is given, if the vapor density of the substance is given, then then the molecular weight is equal to 2 into given vapor density, that is equal to molecular weight. So sometimes they will give, instead of molecular weight, indirectly they will give vapor density of substance. So immediately we calculate molecular weight. 2 into vapor density, that is equal to molecular weight. So if you know the empirical formula and molecular weight, what we calculate? Molecular formula. Because here we want n value. N is nothing but molecular weight upon empirical formula weight. Otherwise, see, molecular weight it is equal to 22.4. Okay, we know that is nothing but 1 mole of any gas at STP conditions occupies 22.4 liters volume. Sometimes they will give density at STP. Density at STP. If density at STP is given 22.4 into given density at STP, we get molecular weight. Based on that also we calculate molecular weight. Finally, based on molecular weight and empirical formula weight, what we calculate? Molecular formula. Now, how to calculate the percentage weight of an element? See this. How to calculate the percentage weight of an element? If one compound or substance is given, in that compound or substance, okay, what about the weight percentage of given elements? How to calculate that? The percentage weight of an element. Say the percentage weight of an element is always equal to weight of the element upon molecular weight into 100 percentage with respect to 100. So it is one of the important formula. Based on this formula, we calculate the percentage weight of an element. Any substance is given, any compound is given. In that compound, we calculate what is the percentage weight of an element. For example, say okay, if what is the percentage of otherwise the percentage weight of oxygen in water. Say this, in water. So what is the percentage weight of oxygen in water? Otherwise, so what is the percentage weight of hydrogen in water? Okay, first we calculate what is the percentage weight of oxygen in water. Say that. So we want the oxygen percentage weight in water. Now, so what is the formula? Say this. The percentage weight of oxygen. Okay, the percentage weight of oxygen where in water. That is equals to what we can take first. Weight of the element. Okay, which element weight here we want? Oxygen. Which element weight percentage here we calculate? Oxygen only. So we take the weight of the element means weight of the oxygen. Here the element is the oxygen. So what is the weight of oxygen in water? That is nothing but H2O. Say this. So here oxygen. What is the weight of the element? 16 grams. Atomic weight, that is nothing but atomic mass. The atomic mass of oxygen, what about that? 16 grams upon molecular weight of given substance or compound. Okay, H2O molecular weight. See this. So what about molecular weight of H2O? That is nothing but, see, hydrogen atomic mass 1 into its atomicity 2 plus oxygen atomic mass 16 into its atomicity 1. That is equals to 18 grams. That is called gram molecular weight. So 18. That molecular weight 18. So 18 into 100. See this. Now, what about that? It is nothing but 1600 upon 80. How much we get that? 88.89 percentage. If we calculate that, 88.89 percentage. This is the percentage weight of oxygen in water. Okay. Otherwise, if same water, so calculate what is the percentage weight of hydrogen. What is the percentage weight of hydrogen? So what about that here? Weight of hydrogen upon molecular mass into 100. So we calculate 11. Okay, that is 11.11, 11.11 something. So otherwise, one more example. Say, so what is the percentage weight of carbon in CH4? Methane. Say that. What is the percentage weight of carbon in CH4? Okay, in methane compound, what is the percentage weight of carbon? So here, see, therefore, the percentage weight of carbon in methane, that is equal to, very good. What we can take? What is the weight of the given element? Weight of the element. Which element here? Carbon. The carbon weight, that is nothing but 12 grams. Atomic weight, that is our atomic mass also. Upon what we can take? Molecular weight of given substance. Given substance, methane. Okay, say, what about molecular weight of methane here? So here carbon atomic mass 12 into its atomicity 1. Atomicity means number of carbons. How many carbons are there? There one carbon only. So I have taken atomicity 1 plus hydrogen atomic mass 1 into its atomicity. Total number of hydrogen atoms are how many here? 4. So the atomicity belongs to 4. Therefore, what is the total molecular weight of methane we get? That is 16. 16. If you can take gram molecular weight, 16 grams. That is the molecular weight of methane. So 12 upon 16 into 100. Weight of the given element upon molecular weight into 100. What we get if we calculate, it is nothing but 1200 upon 16. That is 16 7 jar, 16 8 remaining 80, 16 5 jar. See this, 75%. So what we get finally, in methane, the percentage weight of carbon, that is 75%. Okay, by using formula, which formula? Percentage weight of any element equal to weight of that element by, otherwise atomic mass of that element by atomic weight of that element upon molecular weight into 100. So now, say